Hello everyone, my name's Idiotic Synergy, and today we are having a look at the Succubus. And no, I don't mean my ex. Hey! Oh, I shouldn't make that joke. But then again, she's not watching. No one's watching this. I am forever alone. Anyway, despite my crippling loneliness in the world, this is the Succubus, which is quite a decent model, and I prefer it over the Lilith model. I generally like this model more than the Lilith one, because with the Lilith one, it's just thong, bikini, knee-high leather boots. With this one, there's a bit more effort that's gone into it. Yes, it is leather trousers, but it's better than just thong, in my opinion. I think the thong's a bit weird. But then again, if you're into it, you're into it. I'm not here to judge. Well, I am actually. You're weird. I do like the model. I do like the pose of the model. It's very dynamic. It's very like, charging in forward. And to be fair, Dark Eldar do move quite fast, so that makes sense. The skull here, I thought this was like a weird fire effect, but it's not. It's the guy's hair, or whoever it was, it's hair. It certainly looks like hair. I really don't like that. I don't like how it's like skull somehow still got hair. I kind of I don't know if it is a weird fire effect though, because from like this angle here, you can see if I was to paint this, it would look awful. But if I was to change one thing, I would change that and do fire effects. Or have like some sort of glowing fire, because that would look awesome rather than just hair. I don't know if that is hair. I do like the little cape she has. This is quite cool, and her armor's really cool as well. It's again better than Lilith's. I really don't like Lilith's design, but then again, it's all swings and roundabouts. Her whip though is quite vicious looking, which should be expected because Dark Eldar. And her hair. Her hair does look odd. I hope her head isn't just one. It isn't just like one big thing of sprue where it's just one sprue for her hair. Otherwise, you would have so many people cutting out her hair accidentally. In fact, there should be a thing for sprues. Right, so this is her sprue. And thank God the hair is separate. That is great. I'm glad that the hair is separate. That is... that's better than what I was expecting, to be fair. I thought it would be... Oh, wow, there's... Hang on. There's different weapon options. Hold on. There's different weapon options here. No, that's just where the flaming skull would be. Okay, I thought that was a different weapon option, but that's not. Yeah, I like this model. It's simplistic, but it gets its point across, and it's not too lewd. I know that sounds weird because it's Dark Eldar, but Dark Eldar do a lot more than just, the whole... I'm not going to mention it because I want someone to watch this video. Oh dear, like who? Who, to be honest, who's going to watch it? But yeah, this is a nice model. And also it's better than the fucking Archon. I'm just saying it right here, right now. The Archon can suck a dick. However, no one brings the Succubus. Well, I say that. People rarely bring the Succubus. Usually when it comes to Dark Eldar players, they either bring Lilith or the Archon. So the Succubus is... I want to know more about the rules, because it could be like the worst choice known to man. So yeah, let's just get into the rules, shall we? Though the head, the head, I don't like the face. But then again, would I change it? What face? I kind of want there to be two options for the head, like one with a mask, one without one, because it would look more menacing. Or, you know, you can make your own and give it like a pyramid head. I don't know how you would, and it would look really weird, but you could do different head options. Anyway, rules. I've got distracted. My apologies. So these are the rules for the Succubus, and there's more than one weapon option. You can replace the Agonizer and Archite Glaive with Hydra Gauntlets, Razor Flails. The name Razor Flails is just terrifying. The Shardnet. The Shardnet! I nearly read that as the Shartnet. You shit and fart at the same time. And the Impaler, and Impaler. And the Agonizer can be replaced by one Blast Pistol and one Splinter Pistol. The stats are... It's only 80 points. That's quite cheap. Movement 8. Weapon skill 2, ballistic skill 2, strength toughness 3, 5 wounds, 6 attacks, leadership 8, save of a 6. That ain't bad. Okay, the save of a 6 is quite bad. However, it has got a 4-up invuln save, so yeah, it's all good. So, the weapons... Sorry about that, I sneezed and it peaked the microphone something fierce. Anyway, the Blast Pistol has a whopping range of 6 inches, strength 8, AP -4, damage D6, so it's like a mini lasgun in your pocket. The Splinter Pistol is range 12 inches, poison weapon, so strength 2, no AP, damage 1, but it is a poison weapon. The Agonizer is strength for the user, strength 3, AP -3, damage 1, poisoned weapon again. The Archite Glaive is +2 to its strength, AP -3, damage 1. Hydra Gauntlets, you get 1 additional attack with this weapon, +2 to strength, so strength 5, AP -2, damage 1. Razor Flails, you make 2 hit rolls instead of 1, so that's 12 attacks with the Razor Flails. Jesus. AP -1, damage 2, strength user, so strength 3. And Shardnet and Impaler. You make 1 additional attack, strength 3, AP -2, damage 2. Yeah, in my opinion, I would personally... I don't know. I would take the Razor Flails. I would take the Razor Flails, because you get more attacks. And a lot of your melee weapons only do 1 damage anyway. So you might as well take the Razor Flails. Or take the Agonizer. It's up to you. Or, you know, you can take the Agonizer. Or, oh, hang on. The Agonizer and Archite Glaive can be replaced by one of the following. I wouldn't take the pistols, though. If you were going to replace it with anything, I wouldn't take the pistols. Just because this gun you have to be in really close range to use, and you might as well slice and dice. And the Splinter Pistol, poison weapons are only great against, you know, infantry, which might be useful, but strength 2, no AP, damage 1, you're fine. You're going to, yeah. I wouldn't recommend it. But, anyway, it has got rules. Blade Artists. Every time you do a wound roll of a 6, improve the armor penetration characteristic of that attack by 1. Combat Drugs. Okay. Holy shit. Okay, this is... Combat Drugs. Sorry. You roll a d6. Before the battle, determine what additional abilities are granted to each unit from your army with Combat Drugs ability. You select one of the abilities from the table below, or you can randomly determine 2 abilities by rolling 2d6 and looking up the result. So, you can either choose 1 or get 2, but randomly. Okay. So, you roll 2d... So, roll 2d6 and looking up the result. So, okay. I was about to say, do you combine them together, but that doesn't make sense. So 1, Adrenalite. Each time this unit fails, if it made a charge move or performed a heroic intervention, until that fight is resolved, add 1 to the attacks characteristic of models in that unit. So for this model, if you have the Razor Flail, that would be 14 attacks. That's quite good. Grave Lotus, add 1 to the strength characteristic of models in this unit. Very helpful. You become strength 4, so same as a Space Marine. Add 2 to the move characteristic of models in this unit, so movement 10. Painbringer, add 1 to the toughness. You'll be as tough as a Space Marine. Quite good. Improve the weapon skill characteristic of... Ha! This one would be kind of shit. Improve the weapon skill characteristic. You're already hitting on 2s, you can't go below 2. You can't... Okay, that one would be quite bad. Splinter Mind. Improve the ballistic skill and... Ha! These 2 would be the fucking worst. Because your ballistic skill and weapon skill are already at 2, right? And leadership, your leadership is 8. You're doing fine. You are doing very fine. Yeah. Just choose 1 if you've got like a character like this. Choose 1. Or try and risk it and you might get a free, and to be honest, the best one would be this one and Adrenalite. I think Adrenalite's worth it if you've got the Razor Flail. Power from Pain. Okay, at start of each battle round, this ability gains additional effects. These effects are cumulative. So, models in this unit have a 6-up invulnerable save. Eager to Flay, they can declare a charge in which they advanced. Oh. I'm pretty sure I looked at this with the Archon, but just in case I didn't. Flensing Fury. Jesus. So, that one's terrifying. You roll a 6... Yeah. That's quite terrifying. Flensing Fury. Each time a model in this unit makes a melee attack, add 1 to the attack's hit roll. Okay. Also, if this unit has the vehicle or monster keyword, it does not suffer the penalty incurred to its hit rolls for firing heavy weapons. Doesn't matter for this unit. Mantle of Agony. Models have a 5-up invulnerable save. Doesn't matter for the... Yeah, the only one that I'm worried about is Battle Round 2. They get this one and it stays. Emboldened by... Yeah. I can't talk. Emboldened by Bloodshed. Each time a morale test is taken for this unit, it is automatically passed. Okay, that's that's quite good. If this unit's characteristics change as it suffers damage, the unit is considered to have double the number of wounds remaining for determining the purposes of what those characteristics are. So vehicles can't be bracketed easily. Okay. Or, you know, any special character with more than 9 wounds. That's quite good. That is really good. But anyway, Brides of Death, you reroll wound rolls of 1. You got a 4-up invulnerable save and no escape. Roll off with your opponent, subtracting 1 to your opponent's roll if this model is equipped with the Shardnet and Impaler. If you win, that unit cannot fall back this turn. So that's like the Night Lord's stratagem where you can stop someone from retreating, and that's like the Warp Talon's ability. Only we don't get a special subtract 1 to your opponent's hit roll. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Upgrades. What the hell is... Okay, so it adds 15 points, so it becomes 95 points. Gotcha. What is the Witch Cult Spectacle? I now need to know. Because there's a thing here. I need to know what this is. What is it? So, I'm going to have a look. Give me a second, I'm going to have a look. So, I had a look... 15 points this is. It is brutal. You can give a Master Succubus these 2 abilities. This is broken. It isn't broken. It's quite good. It's very good. So Show Stealer. Each time this model makes a consolidation move, it moves an additional 3 inches, and it does not have to finish this move closer to the closest enemy model. I then had to look up the Master Succubus thing, and that's just what it's called when you give it this ability. And you can give it this relic and this warlord trait. And yeah, it's certainly something. A relic, Dancer's Edge. It's a model equipped with the Archaic Glaive only. This relic replaces an Archaic Glaive and has the following profile. Strength +2, AP -4, damage 2. It is very good, but this is where you turn off invulnerable saves for every wound roll of a 6. It's AP -4, damage 2, +2 to strength. So you are toughness 5. Or strength 5, I should say. AP minus. You are really good against infantry. Very good, and if you're lucky, you might get an additional strength. So you are strength 6. And you can turn off invulnerable saves. So if you're fighting, say, guard, you're slicing and dicing. However, that isn't the worst one. The relic is quite good, I grant you that. However, Whirling Death. Each time this warlord fights, after any piling moves, until that fight is resolved, you can choose for its attacks characteristic to be equal to 3 plus the number of enemy models that are within 2 inches of it. So you get 3 attacks. You get 3 more attacks, right? So that's 9 attacks, and that's 18 attacks if you're using the razor weapon. So 18 attacks, and you add attacks for any enemy model that are within 2 inches of it. So if you're fighting a horde of Tyranids with the razor weapons, that is, oh god. So let's say squad of 10, right? Squad of 10 Gene Stealers or something. That is 20 attacks plus 9. Oh, mate, that's 30. That's 38 attacks hitting on 2s, mate. You are wounding on foot. Well, depends how strong the Tyranids are, but it ain't gonna matter. You basically are hitting on. You're hitting on fucking 2s. Oh, mate, that's brutal. That really is. I mean, hell, fighting a glob of guardsmen is bad enough because you're saying, that one's brutal. Whirling Death is very brutal, and I really like it. So, yeah, that's quite bad. However, it does say after any pile-in moves. So I assume that's, you have to pile in and fight, but it does say each time this warlord fights after any pile-in move. So you have to pile in, and then you get this ability. That is brutal. That is very brutal. You might as well take the razor weapon, the razor flail, because that thing will just murder everything. However, combined this with the relic, a warlord trait with the relic, that's a lot of attacks, and you're quite strong as well. So maybe that's the way to go. You equip the Succubus with this relic and this warlord trait, and yeah, just go to town, murder everything. AP -4, people will dissolve. That is a lot of attacks. Either way, you are just dissolving people. And if you roll really well on your wound roll, and you get those 6s, they are getting murdered. Anyway, I have to go. I'll see you later. And yeah, take care and stay safe.